artificial. Physically, she was thinner than the last time Fran had seen her. On their 5-hour drive to the resort south of Thessalonica, Kelly's glib responses throughout their conversation weren't at all like her. Fran decided to hold off until tomorrow to have a heart-to-heart with her golden blonde friend. Right now, she wanted Kelly to concentrate while she drove the fabulous slate-blue luxury sedan, too fast for Fran's liking. As they whizzed along, Fran's eyes darted to the stormy sky. "Have you noticed how black those clouds ahead are?" "Yes, it's almost spooky and so windy it's buffeting the car. It's very strange. This place is legendary for its sunshine. Wouldn't you know it would choose today to cloud up for your arrival? Maybe it's a bad omen and your hubby came back to Athens early only to find you missing." "Don't be absurd," Kelly answered with uncharacteristic sharpness. "He's got his secretary with him. Maybe they're really somewhere in the Dodecanese Islands, a favorite place of his when he wants to relax." With Mrs. Kostas, she was in her late 40s. Her friend's emotional outburst took Fran by surprise. "I was just having some fun with you." She'd never seen Kelly explode this way before. "I'd rather talk about you. Has Rob called yet, wanting you two to get back together?" "No. In fact, I've heard he's involved with someone at his work. He'll soon realize he's lost the best thing that could ever happen to him." Spoken like my best friend. Kelly had been the maid of honor at Fran's wedding. 4 years ago, Fran had married Rob Myers after meeting him through mutual friends in Philadelphia. He was an upcoming estate planning attorney working for a prestigious local law firm. On their 3rd date, she'd told Rob that she could never conceive, so if he didn't want to see her again, she'd understand. He'd told her he didn't have a problem with adoption. It was a great option for childless couples. Besides, he was interested in her, and he had proven it by marrying her. After a year passed, she'd brought up the idea of putting in adoption papers, but he'd said it was too soon to think about and kept putting her off. Eventually, she realized he had issues, and she suggested they go for counseling so they could talk about them in depth. But the counseling revealed that with the busy law practice thriving, he no longer had the time or the interest to enlarge their family, especially when the child couldn't be their own flesh and blood. Fran was enough for him. But she wanted children badly. After 3 years of a married life no longer happy or fulfilling for either of them, they'd agreed to divorce. It was the only way to end the pain. Since then, Fran had decided marriage wasn't for her. Kelly scoffed at such nonsense and told her she would find the right husband for her no matter what. "Kelly, I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty. Let's stop at the village I can see up ahead and get ourselves a drink at one of those cute hotel bars." "It's only 12 more miles to the Persephone," her friend responded in a clipped tone. "We'll order room service and have dinner in our suite where we can relax. But, of course, if you can't wait—" "I hope you don't mind." Kelly's hands tightened on the steering wheel, further proof her friend was barely holding herself in check. "Of course not." There was no softening of her tone or a reassuring smile. Right now, Fran was more concerned with Kelly, who'd been driving over the speed limit. She never used to drive this fast. After they stopped for a soda, maybe Fran could prevail on her friend to let her drive the rest of the way. She'd used the pretext that she'd never been behind the wheel of a Mercedes before. Fran wanted both of them to arrive at the resort in one piece. With this wind, the driving could be dangerous. To her alarm, the idea came into her head that Kelly wasn't even seeing the road. Intuition told her the once flourishing Petrolia marriage was having problems. Not Kelly, too. By the time they reached the village proper, the wind was so powerful there was actual debris in the air. "Stop in front of that hotel on the corner, Kelly. It's starting to hail. Let's make a run for it." The small ice balls pounded down, emptying the street of people rushing to take cover. All the shops and cafes had taken their display items and tables inside. When Fran entered the hotel bar with Kelly, tourists and staff alike were huddled in groups, talking and gesticulating while they brushed themselves off. "Kelly, you understand Greek. What are they saying?" "I don't know, but I'll find out." Fran followed her friend over to the counter where Kelly got a waiter's attention. He rattled off an answer to her question.